Hello and welcome to the first ever Postnerdism Podcast. This is episode 1. I am your host, Sean Lavender, and today I have with me my long, good time friend and current roommate, Chris Harris.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so we got a couple of topics. No, we got 4 topics. That's more than a couple that we're going to run through, and that's kind of how the format of this is going to go. This is the first one, so expect a shit show. Or just a lot of awkward silence. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about games we're currently playing. It's just a good little benchmark for what we're into, I guess. So, what are you playing, Chris?
Right now, I'm currently playing Endless Space 2.
Endless Space?
Yes.
I have never heard of
this. It's a 4K game.
4K?
Yeah.
As in, the resolution's 4K?
4X. It's a 4X game.
It's a 4X game.
Yes. Which is, I can't remember what it stands for. It's like explore, exploit, expand, and one more X that I cannot think of right now.
So what other
it's called a 4X.
games are in that genre that I might know?
Civilization.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've seen you play this.
It's basically turn-based most of the time, or all the time, and you're just building empires kind of thing.
So it's like find resources, craft buildings and stuff, and
it's
then
like
turn the turn.
Catan.
Catan, but much more complicated and more units.
Much more complicated.
Not just roads and houses.
Less yelling, less wheat trading.
And do you just play that against the computers? Or
yeah, most of the time I play those games against the bots. So
but you can play.
You could play against people.
So is it almost like StarCraft in that way, or is it?
Yes, you can multiplayer like that. Except StarCraft is at RTS, so everything's moving it constantly.
Whereas this is taking turns back and forth, but it's still similar like gameplay kind of mechanics. Yeah. Okay, well that makes sense.
I'm also playing Monster Hunter.
Yeah, Monster Hunter. That's me as well. Monster Hunter World. We're playing it on the Xbox One, which is still weird for me to say because it sounds like I'm saying the original Xbox, but no, it's the new one. Chris just got an X, and we've been playing them side by side in the living room, and it's funny to actually watch the One X load substantially faster than my original Xbox One. It's quite alarming. I didn't think there'd be such a big difference in games, just right off the bat like that. Which is kind of fun, but you never played a Monster Hunter game before, have you?
No, this is the first time I've gotten into it.
It's
I
fun,
like the
though.
grind.
Yeah, it's a good grind loop. I don't get tired of killing the same thing over and over, which, I mean, maybe it's just because we're new to it, but then maybe that will change. But right now, it's a pretty good time.
I think it's just because there's so much change. Like, if you got tired with it, all you have to do really is change to a different weapon, and it's totally different.
Yeah, I've done only 2 weapons so far. And I didn't stay on the first one that long. I used the long blade, which was recommended as like a noob weapon. I found it really frustrating, and now I'm using the gun lance, which is just like you can literally just spam an explosion over and over if you're not in a good spot to do any kind of combos, and it's way more noob friendly as far as I'm concerned than the long blade. You've been using one that's just crazy. I don't even know what you're doing half the time. You're just riding monsters and jumping through the air, spinning like a helicopter.
Jumping around all over the place. I think I've pretty much got it mastered now, and I'm looking to move on.
Did you find a guide that recommended stuff, or did you just randomly
I just
pegged it?
Liked the sounds of it.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think Corey told me about the gun lance.
No, I told you about the gun lance.
Did you tell me about it?
So I did.
Well, either way, it wasn't my idea. But it was a good choice. I'm having fun with that one. But yeah, there are 15 or something like that, different weapon classes?
Yeah, something ridiculous. I've only played 2 of them. I had the axe, I think, or the hammer to start. That's what I started with.
Did you start with the hammer? I tried the hammer for I
didn't like it.
2 hunts.
It was too slow.
It's too close.
I might go back to it now that I'm more comfortable with the game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of things will change now that we're about 60 hours in, I think. Just over 50 anyway, and we just got it. Has it only been 2 weekends?
Oh,
no.
We've got way too much time in that game lately.
I think it's been 3 weekends. I forgot to turn the screensaver off on this. Either way, it's been a lot of time really quickly because we're kind of crazy sometimes. With first weekend, we put in 30 hours. I know that much.
Yeah.
And that was not a lot of anything else that weekend. But it was a good time. Other than that, I've been playing Horizon. Finally, like a year late. That's a fun game, but now Monster Hunter's kind of taken over all of the game time. Other than that, I still have Mario Odyssey on the go. Samus Returns for the 3DS I've played for 5 minutes. I intend to go back to it. Doom is about 2 hours in. So there's a lot of things that Monster Hunter has suddenly just shoved off to the side. I think I'm done with Zelda, though. Because I don't know. I hate that it actually has a percentage meter.
It's more of a thing we can go back to and do again. We used to do, well, we did.
It's so much longer though than.
What was the other one? Can I think of that?
Skyward Sword. Yeah, we would play Skyward Sword just side by side and like pretty much just race, and that one was really fun. We did that on Master Mode too, or whatever they called it back then, Hero Mode or something like that. That was a good time. People kind of shit on Skyward Sword for some reason.
Didn't get it.
I thought it was. I think it was my favorite Zelda game at the time, and now I think Breath of the Wild's taken it over. As nostalgic as I am for like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, I mean, go back and play them now and kind of rate everything. They're not as high for me. They'll always have special place because of where I was at the time when I first played them. You know, kids, but it's not 1998 anymore. So, other
than that, Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League's a staple that always
comes back.
You can break it out. It's been a while since since I've played it. You've probably played it.
I play it every once in a while with the other guys on Xbox Live.
Which PUBG, I guess,
PUBG
would also be the other one that kind of goes in the rotation.
PUBG, I like playing it, but it is, well, some of the glitches are still there, which is incredibly annoying. But it's just, I'm not as good at shooters anymore.
You don't think
my Twitch reflexes, I don't feel like they're there as much.
I don't know if you can rate or use PUBG as a benchmark for that though, because
when it gets intense, I start getting worse. But it's not to say I haven't gotten chicken dinners, but
I haven't gotten a single chicken dinner. I am chicken dinnerless.
I did clutch up with Dan the one day, our police buddy.
Dan got a chicken dinner, and I haven't got a chicken dinner.
He got a chicken dinner with me as a corpse.
It's embarrassing. I'm clipping the shit out of my mic. This is all an experiment. I'm apparently too loud. Hopefully that hasn't been. There we go. Apparently I thought up was down and down was up. So hopefully my audio hasn't been crap. But luckily I've got the camera audio, and maybe I will switch to that when I edit this. Just for me. Just for that part. Anyways. So shooters you don't think you're as good at anymore. What do you think?
I just think I've lost some of the Twitch reflexes.
You're not playing enough Call of Duty?
Yeah, that would be it.
When's the last time you bought a Call of Duty game?
What was the last one? Well, I definitely didn't play the last one. That was the Infinite Warfare, I think it was, with the space battles.
I can't even remember.
I was not interested in that.
That was 2 ago, I think. Now didn't they do another World War II game?
Oh yes, that's out. I haven't played that.
Corey, I think, liked it.
Well, there was so many other games at that point in time. I haven't gotten into it.
Well, I guess it would have just come out this past November, maybe.
It came out basically when I was moving.
Yeah. So, and of course, Destiny was the big consistent shooter that we had played for like the previous 3 years.
Yeah.
I think you'd still be just fine with that. Of all games, maybe the multiplayer or competitive might not be as there, but as far as like running around shooting guys that stand still and let you aim at their head in the single player stuff or the co-op,
probably be all right. Call of Duty I played more when it wasn't so run and gun. I hate it was more people jumping off.
Camp and wait.
It's a legitimate strategy.
Yeah.
I don't like the people jumping through windows and off the walls and shooting at you.
So it became more arcadey.
Yes, way too arcadey.
More time splitters and less Battlefield.
Yes.
Whereas PUBG is the complete opposite of arcadey. It's run around for 20 minutes seeing nobody, maybe, and you might get into something if you drop into a weird place and try to slap people, but most of the time, at least when I've played it, it's run into houses, find everything you can, see the first person, and get killed by them. That's basically how I play PUBG.
It's a slow burn until it gets to the final rings, and then it just peaks.
It does get intense, though.
It's intense.
Like, of all games, because it has that extreme peak and valley, like, it really gets your heart going when you're...
The beginning of the game is perfect for walking around, just chatting with everyone.
Yeah, it is a good social game.
It is.
And you're mostly just shooting the shit while you walk around until it gets to the end when you actually have to focus.
If you're playing it and have to have action constantly, it's not the game for you.
No, that's when you play Rocket League. And it just never stops.